Hey guys, Aaron here. Today's little seminar presentation is going to be on exercise and what you should be expected to do by yourself and with me, and the reason why we are doing it. Because obviously, therefore, you're going to have more of a reason to kind of keep motivated. So one of my favorite quotes is, "If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you," and it is true. So make sure when you are exercising on your own, make sure it's not easy because you do need to be challenged to get the best adaptations. Same with when you're training with me. If you do think it's too easy, which it probably won't be, just let me know, and we can always make it harder for you. But I doubt that will be the case. So we were designed to move as humans, so that's what you need to do every day. Even if you're having a rest day, you still need to be actively resting, so like swimming or walking. And when you're not having a rest day, it should feel like you're not having a rest day. So you should be sweating when you exercise. So this is an example day of an example week of what you would do with me slash on your own. So depending on when your sessions are, say they're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then you would do your own workout on Tuesday and Thursday, which I will be supplying for you. On Saturday, we're thinking we might put a spin or yoga class in there, so watch that space. And then on Sunday is your active rest, which you can make a family activity. Go for a nice long walk. If you've got pedometers, then you should be looking to do 15,000 steps on that Sunday and 10,000 steps on all the other days in addition to your workout. Okay, so walking is like your slow burning activity. It's just going to burn a little bit more energy, but the intense stuff is going to what's going to spike your metabolism and build the muscle. So with me, 3 times a week, range from 45 minutes to an hour each time. The exercises we went over in your own personal transformation session are kind of the ones that you need to do before or after because they're specific to what you need to do. So make sure you do them because I'm not going to be able to do them with everybody if there is more than one person per session. And the way that we're going to train is a high intensity training workout. So that is abbreviated as HIIT, which most of you have probably done before. And the goal is obviously to make you sweat, make you tired, and you will, especially if it's the first time you've been training for a while, will be sore. And that is purely because when you exercise, you are destroying muscle fibers. You're breaking them down, and then while you sleep, while you rest, while you're at work, your body is building them up stronger and bigger. Okay, so if you're not sore, it's either because you haven't worked hard enough or your body is just so used to exercise that you have, I guess you've kind of just gone past the adaptation. And I mean, also your nutrition comes into it. So if you're one of those people that do get very sore, we can talk about things that are going to help decrease the soreness after a workout via like proper nutrition. So when you are working out on your own, it's not going to be too difficult. We're going to keep it short. It'll be little circuits. It'll be exercises that you've done with me, or at least similar. Obviously, when you're at home, you don't have much equipment, so they will all be like body weight exercises. And the main thing is intensity is the key. So, like with our sessions, it's the intensity that makes the most changes in your body. Like walking on a treadmill next to you, walking on a treadmill with someone next to you is all good and well, but it's not really going to change your body that much. So you need to add in the high intensity stuff. The reason I'm giving you stuff to do on your own is because after the 12 weeks, I want you to be able to work out on your own. Okay. I emphasize a lot with people that I don't want to train you completely for 12 weeks and then after that 12 weeks for the rest of your life because that is going to be expensive for you and I can't train everybody. So if I can teach you how to train and build those habits over those 12 weeks, then you can go off and train yourself and then maybe decrease the sessions you have with me over time. Okay, so this is going to help you build the habits. And I know this may be new or hard for you at the beginning, but it's kind of something that you need to, if you're going to have a healthy lifestyle, you need to be able to do this. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of money on trainers and that kind of thing. So as I said, rest days, the active rest, try and make it a family or friends event. Still do your stretches and foam rolling. Make it like a long walk, swim, go take your kids to a park, that kind of thing. So to aim for 15,000 steps, and because you're not exercising as hard out, you have plenty of time and rest, and that's this where you can do your food prep for the day. So usually this would be like a Saturday or Sunday, depending on what days of the week you work. But just because it's a rest day doesn't mean lying down on the couch watching TV on your iPad or anything like that. Okay, so cardio versus weights. So the reason we are doing HIIT workouts is it kind of combines the both effects. So if you are doing a run, for example, this is the gray line, you will spike your metabolism up to here, and it will stay up while you're doing the exercise, which is going to be longer than your HIIT workout, and then straight away it's just going to drop down and go down because you haven't really destroyed any muscle fibers. You've kind of just gone for a run. You kind of just went for a row, so your metabolism goes straight back down to where it was maybe within 2 hours. Whereas with HIIT, because you are have that high intensity, you're peaking. That's when you're recovering, working, recovering, working, recovering. You're building it up. You're destroying muscle fibers because you can kind of train the muscles or one muscle group while you're resting another one. So for example, squats you can do, and then you can do press ups straight away afterwards because your legs are resting while you're doing your press ups, and go back to squats, back to press ups. And because of that destroying the muscle fiber kind of effect, basically your body has to use energy to recover that for many, 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 many hours afterwards. So that's this bit here. And why that's important is if your metabolism is recovering or building up your muscles, like it needs to burn energy to do that. And it gets the energy from food or from the fat stores that you have got. So it's almost like you're burning fat while you're sleeping, while you're sitting down at work, that kind of thing. So the more muscle you have, the more energy you need to maintain it, and therefore literally the more food you can eat. But also it just makes it easier for you to kind of achieve your goals because you've got more muscle if you eat the same amount of food. I want to talk about fat reduction because a lot of people always ask me about, if I want to get a flatter stomach, I should do sit-ups. No, you should not do sit-ups. So many reasons why you shouldn't do sit-ups, but the reason being is that fat does not burn from the area that you are moving at the time. So for example, if you want to burn fat off your bicep, you're not going to just do bicep curls because that is such an ineffective way to burn energy. It's such a small muscle group. So fat burns globally from your body. So do a big exercise. So burpees, that is literally doing a bicep curl with your whole body, and therefore you're going to burn more energy. The more energy you burn, obviously, the more fat you're going to burn. Okay, so although muscle will grow on the body part that you are using, so if you do a bicep curl, you're going to build that muscle, but the fat reduction is just going to happen overall the whole body. So be most effective by using the big muscle groups. Okay. And just going on to that, I guess the sit-up crunches versus plank kind of argument. The reason you're not going to be doing many crunches is because we cannot see your abs at the moment. And all you're going to do is build the muscle underneath the fat. And then once that muscle gets bigger, it's going to push the stomach out. And if you've still got fat on that stomach, it's going to make your stomach look fatter. Okay. Planks work the muscles that kind of go the length of your body from like your hips up to your neck. So if you can make those longer and stronger, it's going to help you suck in your stomach while you are walking around and just doing everyday activities. Okay, because you're doing crunches, basically it's going to tighten up your hips because it's pulling your chest closer to your knees, so it's folding you in half. And if you do a lot of them, your body's going to start to adapt to that body position. Okay, the same reason why sitting down is bad for us. So that's basically going to mean that you're going to look a little bit shorter. So basically, yeah, crunches make you look fatter and shorter. So we need to kind of obviously do the opposite of that. So that's why planks will bring you up taller, and they'll focus on your weakest link, which is your lower back. Whereas crunches don't even really include your lower back. So planks and plank variations, lifting things over your head, holding things over your head, is what is going to give you a flatter stomach. Once you have burned the fat over your stomach, then sure, we can do all the crunches you like, as long as we do all the other stretches to counteract them, and then we can shape, the abs. But I mean, for most of you, you're not really about having a nice amazing six-pack. You just want to lose, a bit of weight from here, there, and there, build some muscle, and feel better. And that's kind of what planks are going to do. Plus, they're a lot safer, and they're going to protect your spine when anything bad, like an accident, happens. So I think we've already gone over why HIIT. It's basically a combination of the cardio and weights. High intensity causes the body to adapt the most, burns the most energy, as long as we're using the big muscle groups. But do be careful if you are stressed and then start doing a lot of HIIT workouts, because it's only going to build up your stress levels and not actually going to access the fat burning potential that your body has. So obviously technique and form is important. If you don't know how to do something, like from the workouts that we do at home, ask. Obviously I'm going to be watching you when you're working out, so I'm going to be telling you to, obviously change your form if you need to. Everybody does like a squat and a press up and a burpee slightly differently due to their ability, but also due to their muscle tightness. So our goal is to obviously get you into the safest position as possible that your body allows. So although the person next to you may be doing an exercise that is the same exercise as you, but is doing it slightly differently, that is because you guys have different, body parts and different tightnesses and different strengths. So although it may look different, it is still the safest way to do an exercise that we have given you, and that is the most important thing, because you cannot get results if you are injured. Okay. And I mean, there's always something you can do, even if you do get injured. Like if you hurt your leg, you can still do upper body. If you hurt your upper body, you can still do lower body. There is always something. So do not use an excuse. I broke my pinky, I can't do any burpees, I can't do any exercise. No, don't do that. And on that note, that is everything for this video. You should have your at-home workout routine sent to you. If you don't, just